After the hearings last year in July, where David Grusch testified, right, this UFO whistleblower right here, YouTuber Jesse Michaels followed him around during this hearing and made this great documentary, right, that took off. I mean, it was very, very popular.
A couple of months ago, I released a video with my friend and former intelligence officer, David Grusch. Hey, man. Hey, how's it going? Who blew the cover on a covert, multi-decade-long UFO crash retrieval and reverse engineering program being funded by American taxpayer dollars.
We're done with the cover-up, and we're going to get to the bottom of it, dadgummit.
Well, something has happened to that particular video, and it's not good. Apparently, the video has been taken down, and everyone's wondering what the heck is going on, because if you go to the link of the video, it gives you this, right? And it puts a name down below, which is quite interesting, because that name, that person, is one of the directors of a famous UFO documentary called Mirage Men. So it seems that John Lundberg, again, the director of Mirage Men, has put well, let Jesse Michaels explain it, because YouTuber and, well, new sort of UFO researcher, Chris Ramsey, who is, quite a well-known YouTuber in his own right with over 7 million subscribers, started a brand new YouTube channel called Area 52. And he went to the hearings last week on November 13th. And while he was there, he hung out with Jesse Michaels and he asked him about this video and why it was taken down. And I have to admit, this is interesting.
All right, it is the morning of November 13th, 2024. This is the UAP hearing. Jesse, can you tell us what happened to your video?
Yeah, so I made a video with Amar and Sean over here, and David Grusch, UFO whistleblower who testified before Congress last year, summer of last year. He made some pretty crazy claims, which is that the U.S. has been engaging in covert reverse engineering UFO programs for the last 70, 80 years.
3 men who previously served in the military are set to speak publicly about what they saw in the sky and heard behind closed doors.
We went, I think, as deep as any UFO video gets when it comes to kind of the substance and getting close to the metal. And the video did really well initially, then it kind of plateaued. It was unsearchable. If you searched his name, you couldn't find it on YouTube. And then just a week ago, Sean over here was searching for it, couldn't find it, and we realized that it got taken down.
And not just that, it got taken down, and then you got a strike on your channel, which is like,
yeah,
that feels,
oh man,
like that's so extreme. I know I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and I've seen people do the craziest, most like outlandish, illegal things, and they still don't even get a strike. So the fact that they would do that without even getting back to you or having a human that is communicating with you about it, that's like nuts.
Pretty serious.
That's nuts.
Jesse, do you feel like this, like there's somebody behind the scenes maybe trying to tamper with this video specifically, or do you think it just has to do with copyright?
Well, a guy making a claim.
We might need to save this conversation for a little bit later. That's fascinating. Thank you. Maybe not a conversation we should be having in an Uber.
So a copyright strike, Vetted has been hit with copyright strikes too in, a matter of days. In fact, that was a whole debacle a couple of months ago for us that we took care of. But regardless, that is the nuclear option, right, to give someone a copy strike. So why would the director of Mirage Men give Jesse Michaels' David Grusch video, right, a copyright strike? Not reaching out, not talking to him just straight up copyright strike, right? And, it's kind of interesting because this video's been out for a long time, and it's not like it was, a hidden video or you wouldn't know about it, right? It got a lot of attention, right? Just like Jesse will explain here.
While I was overwhelmed by the public response to my documentary with Grusch, the mainstream media coverage has been pathetic, to put it very generously. The one big outlet to cover our documentary was the Washington Post. They clearly didn't watch the video. They contended with none of the substantive points we made, and instead dismissed us as intellectual frat guys.
Hey!
So I've decided to summarize the most important points from our documentary and do a little hand-holding for them.
And what makes this even more interesting, right? Because clearly John knew about this video. There's just no way, right? What makes this even more interesting is, if you remember this photo I showed at the beginning with David Grusch and Jesse Michaels, well, right there in the middle is someone else named Amar, and he runs a YouTube channel called Yes Theory, and they also made a video about David Grusch, and that one is still up, and they filmed it right all at the same time. So what was in Jesse Michaels' video that made them take it down? And not just it got taken down, again, they hit him with a copyright strike. So will they re-upload the video? Was there something more sinister? Kind of interesting, right? They didn't finish that conversation in that video that Chris Ramsey had, right? So I don't know. I just find this all particularly dicey. Hopefully Jesse will talk about it a little more in depth, but I would understand if he didn't. I get it, right? But it is very odd and interesting, to be honest with you, right? First, the video gets sort of suppressed, then boom, gets hit with this copyright strike, and quite interesting, right? Was something did they show a Mirageman clip? Something he would have had copyright rights to, clearly, right? But again, why wait so long and then just hit him with the copyright strike? And something's not adding up there, right? I don't know what it is, but I find that quite interesting. And something kind of exciting, I am going to be interviewing Chris Ramsey, who put up that video, right? And I plan on asking him, right? What happened? What did Jesse tell you in that van, right? Is there something more sinister to this? So look forward to my interview later this week. Well, I will discuss that and many more things with Chris and his new channel, Area 52. Very much looking forward to that interview. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is there something more here? Is it as simple as just a copyright strike? Again, that is the last option to take. It's very odd, especially after the video's been out so long. And I've just proven that the video was quite well known. It wasn't like just any normal YouTube video, right? The Washington Post covered, amongst many other outlets, right? And people talking about it. I mean, it was a talk of the town, right? In UFO land. And this guy is in UFO land, right? He did more than just Mirageman, right? John Lundberg also worked with other television shows, this and that, and crop circles and all kinds of stuff that he's been a part of. He's clearly involved in the UFO lore, if you will, right? And probably pays attention to it. So the fact that he wouldn't know this video is out or what is just interesting, right? And a lot of people use stuff that they, mention Mirageman and that. So I don't know. Just find it very interesting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Look forward to my interview with Chris later this week. I'll try to get some more information about this video because the last thing we want as YouTubers is to be suppressed, right? It happens to the small channels, and looks like it even happens to the bigger ones. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace!
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep.